Hey, Trucker Todd here, and time for one of these impromptu videos that weren't scheduled. There has been breaking news earlier today. I just now saw it. I wanted to share it with you. Before I do, though, I want to remind everybody that has not done so yet to like and subscribe, share these videos, especially this one with your lease purchase people, your owner operators out there. Share this information with them. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I just happened to see it tonight. Let's spread the news. This is good news for a lot of truck drivers. Okay, let's jump right in. So, for the last few weeks, a lot of people have been really concerned about AB5. For those of you that don't know what AB5 is, it's a new law that good old California passed. It was supposed to start today, January 1st. And it basically was it started off dealing with Uber and Lyft drivers, rideshare drivers, that were being misclassified as independent contractors when they were actually basically employees. And it basically spilled over into trucking. And I'm not going to lie, with some companies, independent contractors basically are employees. They treat them no differently. I've worked at companies like that. And so while there may be some need for something similar to this in the future, this definitely wasn't the answer. It resulted in companies like Prime and Landstar telling their independent contractors, owner-operators, and such that lived in California, they either had to move out of the state or have their contract broke. And so, anyway, we've got some good news. It comes from truckinginfo.com. And let me see if I can get the name of the article here. Heavy Duty Trucking is the article. The author, well, I didn't do a very good job of getting the information I would have liked to have had. Let me see if I just didn't click on the right spot. Here we go. The article's written by Deborah Lockridge, and basically California trucking gets a temporary reprieve from law restricting independent contractors. Now, this article is pretty long. I'm going to put a link in the comments below, so you're welcome to read it. I'm just going to kind of hit the highlights with you. I'll read some of the paragraphs and we'll skip through some of it in an effort to not bore you to death. But basically, it says trucking got a temporary reprieve from California's AB5, a new law effective January 1st, severely limiting the ability to use independent contractors. In the final hours of New Year's Eve, U.S. District Judge Roger Benitez issued a temporary restraining order preventing state officials from enforcing the law against motor carriers. Now, the other day, somebody sent me a message and they said, "Hey, I'm really worried about this." I said, "It's not over yet." I said, "These lawyers always file an appeal at the last moment, and this is far from over." Well, this article is basically going to say that. We've got a temporary reprieve until January the 13th is what you'll see if you read this article. And then even on a federal level, they're looking at addressing this because this can impact a lot of drivers. And this article is going to go in depth about that. It explains what AB5 is, what the qualifications are to determine if you're an independent contractor or an employee. As I said, it'll restrain things until January the 13th. In a 5-page decision, he wrote that the association had shown the case was likely to succeed on merits, and the plaintiffs are likely to suffer irreparable harm in the absence of relief. So basically, the judge agreed that if this goes through, a lot of truck drivers are going to suffer, especially ones that live in California. It says here that AB5 threatens the livelihood of more than 70,000 independent truck drivers, said CTA CEO. Man, there's just some acronyms. Sean Yodden, when the lawsuit was first filed. The bill wrongfully restricts their ability to provide services as owner-operators and therefore runs afoul of federal law. And I'll find you that law here in just a second. It's further in the article. So, basically, it's got some comments from the California Trucking Association, the Harbor Trucking Association. Like I said, there's a lot of material here. I don't need to get in the weeds. You guys can read that if you want to. But if you're somebody that has been worried about AB5, you've now got a temporary reprieve until January the 13th. And I look for it to be extended beyond that. Earlier today, I did a video on what my predictions were for 2020. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I was just about to go to bed when I saw this. And so I didn't touch on AB5 in that video. And after I shot it, I thought, man, I should have touched on AB5 and my predictions on it. But I figured most of you that had watched my videos, I did one a while back. It said when California has a crazy idea, it's contagious. And in that video, I spent a lot of time talking about AB5. And that video is available if you guys want to go back and watch it if you hadn't seen it yet. And let me get down to the part I really wanted to. I'm not seeing where it says, but there's a federal law that says if you're doing something that's going to restrict interstate commerce, you can't do it. And that's basically what the judge felt like and what the trucking associations that were representing the truck drivers felt like. So for now, this is on hold. I'm going to wrap this up because it's obvious by my stuttering and stumbling around. I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. But there will be more to follow on this in the coming days and weeks, I'm sure. You guys have a great night, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.